Hi, I'm Jeff Rona. I write a lot of music for film, TV, video games, a lot of different kinds of projects, and I use a lot of different styles and genres in my music. I write for orchestra, I write for electronics. I love the ability to jump around, and my whole approach to writing music is that I think very sonically, whether I'm writing for live instruments or working with a palette of sounds that is electronic and unique. And part of my process is also to never simply stop with the obvious. That is, I love taking sounds, natural sounds, whether it's a piano or a guitar or working with samples, and then seeing where I can go with it into new realms. And in scoring for film and TV and games, you're going after two things. You're going after a sense of size and lushness, and you're also going after a certain kind of heightened sense of real. So with that in mind, I pay a lot of attention to the way I process my sounds. And in particular is how creative I can be using filters, dynamics, delays, and especially reverbs. And the reverbs that I've been most excited about have been the ones from 2CAudio. Working with Aether and B2 have been unbelievable new tools in my arsenal. That is, starting with Aether, which is an algorithmic reverb. It's not a convolution reverb, but it's able to create some of those incredibly natural environments that you would expect from more traditional convolution reverbs. But it takes the idea so much further, because you can warp and manipulate and model and come up with unbelievably exciting things if that's your goal, and it is mine. But you can also find ways to really complement things like strings and brass and percussion in a way that feels utterly convincing, but is completely under your control. B2 takes the same idea, but gives you even more control to be a little more fantastic, to be a little more playful, avant-garde. So between the two, on some of my recent scores, I've been creating these amazing ambient sounds, ambient tracks, based almost entirely on what comes out of Aether and B2. So you don't even know what goes in. I use a fully wet mix, so it's an incredible way to create very unexpected beds. But then, when I blend in more acoustic sounds, I go right back to the same reverbs, but work with more conventional styles settings. And I've never heard reverbs of this quality with this kind of control. It's kind of ridiculous, to be honest with you. It's typically you have to pick one or the other. You either are working with convolution, where you can only be as wild as the particular impulse, but you have very little control other than maybe pre-delay, some EQ, some decay time that you can shorten. All of that, you can go far beyond that here. And then you get the best of what you can do with really interesting algorithmic reverbs, because these reverbs just give you control over everything. You absolutely should check these out. You owe it to yourself to try them. I'm so glad that I did, and now everything I do touches one or the other. It's been brilliant. So I hope you'll enjoy. Take care.